Hey everyone, and welcome back to the channel. Today, we're diving deep into a trouble code that can be a real head-scratcher. P0560, which stands for System Voltage Malfunction. Now, this code sounds pretty serious, and it can be, but don't panic just yet. It essentially means your car's brain, the engine control module or ECM, has detected that the system voltage is not what it should be. It's either too high or, more commonly, too low. Let's break down what that really means and what you can do about it. So, what are the telltale signs you might have a P0560 code brewing? The most obvious one is the check engine light coming on. You might also notice your car is hard to start, or it stalls while you're driving, especially when you come to a stop. Other symptoms can include dimming headlights and interior lights, strange behavior from your gauges, and poor engine performance. In some cases, your transmission might not shift correctly. Or you could even experience a no-start condition where the engine just won't turn over. It all points to one thing: a problem in the electrical system. What causes this annoying P0560 code? Well, there are several usual suspects. The most common culprit is a failing alternator. The alternator is responsible for charging your battery and powering the electrical system while the engine is running. If it's not putting out the correct voltage, your system will be starved for power. Another frequent cause is a weak or dead battery. A battery that can't hold a proper charge will lead to low voltage, especially during startup. But it's not always the big components. Sometimes, the problem is much simpler. Corroded, loose, or damaged battery terminals are a classic cause. If the connection isn't clean and tight, electricity can't flow properly. The same goes for the main ground wires for the engine and chassis. A bad ground can create all sorts of bizarre electrical gremlin. Less common, but still possible, are issues like a blown fuse, a faulty voltage regulator which is often inside the alternator, or damaged wiring somewhere in the charging circuit. In very rare cases, the ECM itself could be the problem, but you should always rule out everything else first. Alright, let's get our hands dirty and figure out how to diagnose this. First things first, you need a basic digital multimeter. They are inexpensive and an essential tool for any DIY mechanic. With the engine off, set your multimeter to DC volts and check the battery voltage. A healthy, fully charged battery should read around 12.6 volts. If it's below 12.4 volts, it's low and needs charging. If it's below 12 volts, it's likely discharged and might be bad. Next, start the engine. With the engine running, check the voltage of the battery terminals again. You should now see a reading between about 13.5 and 14.5 volts. This tells you the alternator is doing its job and charging the battery. If the voltage is still down in the 12-volt range or lower, your alternator is very likely the problem. If the voltage is too high, say over 15 volts, the voltage regulator has probably failed, and you're overcharging the system, which is also bad. While you're under the hood, do a thorough visual inspection. Look closely at the battery terminals. Are they fuzzy with green or white corrosion? If so, disconnect the battery negative terminal for stand. Clean them thoroughly with a wire brush and a mixture of baking soda and water. Check that the cable clamps are tight and making good contact. Follow the main battery cables. Make sure the ground cable is securely attached to the car's frame and the engine block. A loose or corroded ground is a very common and often overlooked cause. Inspect the wiring going to the alternator for any signs of damage, like fraying, melting, or breaks. So, what's the fix? If your battery failed the voltage test or is more than 4 or 5 years old, replacing it is a good first step. If the alternator isn't putting out the correct voltage with the engine running, it's time to replace the alternator. When you're cleaning those battery terminals, make sure they're shiny and clean for the best possible connection. If you find a loose ground wire, clean the contact point and tighten it down securely. If you suspect a wiring issue, you may need to trace the circuit with a wiring diagram, which can be a bit more advanced. And remember, after any repair, be sure to clear the P0560 code with your scanner and take the car for a drive to see if it comes back. Tackling a P0560 code is all about systematic testing. Start with the simple stuff battery connections and voltage tests before jumping to conclusions and replacing expensive parts. With a multimeter and a little patience, you can often pinpoint the problem yourself. Thanks for watching, and if you found this video helpful, Give it a thumbs up and hit that subscribe button for more DIY auto repair guides. Drive safe.